What's up YouTube, it's your guy NC to the K, back at it again with another video. Look at this game. Do you like this game? Do you like the look of it? Well, this game is called Palia. And if you want to know what Palia is, basically I've got two videos on my channel explaining in depth as to what Palia is. And this video is just going to be some beginner tips and tricks for you guys that I've learned while playing the game. Just because these are some things I struggled with and I just want to help you guys out. So yeah. Without further ado, let's just jump into the tricks and beginner tips and stuff that I have for your faces. So yeah, I'm done. Okay, so with any survival game or game like this, you will need ores. Ores are essential for making stuff or base building in any type of game like this, and I will show you guys exactly where to find iron. Okay, so this is what iron looks like. You can find even bigger rocks than this or smaller rocks. Each rock will give you a certain amount of iron ore from a rock. It depends on luck, I guess, and the size of the rock. But where you can find iron is you can find them all across the top of the cliffside from Thorny Thicket all the way to Statue Garden if you just follow the cliff face. Depending on how lucky you get, sometimes you can get over 30 iron ore from that run. And then you can just break off off the cliff face, and there'll be just a bunch of iron scattered on some mountains nearby that you can probably get up like 50 or however much iron ore you need from just solo cliff faces. So yeah, you can get a lot of iron ore doing that, and you will need that at a later stage of the game to build better furniture for your house. So yeah, good luck with that, guys. Now, why iron ore is a necessity for building, you'll also need this, which is called Palia. Now this blue ore can be found in the Elder Woods. If you just run around, it should be pretty common. There is a quest, I believe, with Reth, the cook of Palia. He needs a Pallium for something. I can't exactly remember what it was, but this quest took me so long to figure out where Pallium even was. But it's in the Elder Woods, you can find it. You do need a fine pick, I believe, to mine it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you do need one. So that's why it took me so long. But yeah, you can find Palia all around the Elder Woods, so it should be pretty easy to get for you guys. Now, there are many things that you can do in the world of Palia, and one of them is fishing. Now, when you're fishing, you can either fish normally without a hook and get lower tier fish, or you can fish in the bubbles, which is what I found out. If you fish in the bubbles, you get more rare things like bigger fish or quest items or just stuff you can even put in your house, like a fish in like a tank that you can put as a decoration. Or you can also choose worms, have worms as a bait. They also give you a bigger reward when fishing. So yeah, when you're fishing, just make sure if you want bigger rewards, you fish in the bubbles. Or maybe you just want to cook some fish and it doesn't matter. You can just fish in the water without a worm, it doesn't matter. It just depends on where you fish. Okay, now you might be saying, Nick, why do you keep going on and on about fishing? It can't be that much of a big deal. And while it is a good way to make money and a good way to put up your fishing skill, it is also important to get food and drink and whatever it is. Because do you see this little pink purple meter at the top of your screen? When that is depleted, you have a different amount of skill sets. So you have one for like gathering, one for mining, one for fishing, a bunch of other stats that you have. And if that purple meter, it took me a while to figure this out, if that purple meter is empty and you keep doing these tasks like chopping down trees, mining, fishing, cooking, these sort of things, when your bar is depleted, you won't get as much XP and your skill won't go up as much. So you want to make sure that you're full all the time, and don't be like me when I was starting out in the game being like, why do I need food? You never get hungry in this game. So that is what that is for. So you want to make sure that meter is as full at all times so you get the max amount of XP. And another tip I will give you in Palia is attention to detail. Whenever something gets said or something gets read, it is very important that you pay attention to it, because there will be a passing comment that might tell you exactly where some buried treasure is, or you'll read a note and you have to go to a certain place, so you're going to put two and two together. You got to use your brain a little bit. So it is important to pay attention to detail about anything people say or any notes you read. It is important to pay attention and listen. Some things you can go back on and double check, but a lot of things you won't be able to. So you just gotta keep in mind and yeah, be smart about it. Pay attention. Now, as you're going throughout your daily life of being a Palian, you want to work out how to make money. Money is a very important thing in this game, because it's going to cut a lot of corners for you when it comes to getting materials, and you can buy whatever you need at that time. So you can get money by fishing, doing quests, finding loot. Money is very important in this game, especially when you gotta spend it. And like my boy Zeki says,
time's money.
Now, about the same, or if not more important, is relationships in Palia. The relationships you have with people in Palia determine everything. The type of rewards you get, the keys to their rooms to do quests, even more quests, by giving them weekly wants and daily gifts, and just speaking to them, you get a higher relationship with them, and you can even build a romantic relationship if you wish to with a certain villager. But yeah, having relationships and stronger relationships increase the game and what you get from the game dramatically. It's very important to have good relationships with villagers, as they will yield good rewards. So yeah, relationships are just as important, if not as important, as money. Okay, so this is a tip I'm a little bit ashamed to give out, because I am mainly ashamed how long it took me to realize you could do this. But you can actually travel to Bahari Bay from your house. Now, I didn't realize this. I've been going into Kilma Village and running to Bahari Bay from there, from my house, this whole time. It took me way too long to realize I could just go to Bahari Bay from my own house instead of just going through that ruin area. So yeah, just a tip, just in case any of you are as dumb as I am, because this is just, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. And the last tip I will give you guys is something that I'm taken from all my survival games and like Ark and all those other games I've sort of played with a base. Keep all the seeds that you find, because you will eventually deforest your whole area and it would look really bad like I have. So I've made this little tree farm here where I just plant the seeds and I grow the trees. And what's cool about this game is you can just pick up something and move it. So once the trees are like fully grown, I will just move them around my house area so it looks less barren. And yeah, it's really helpful for getting wood and, you know, producing wood and looking better. And it looks shit like this, but eventually it works out and it's worth it. Alright guys, that's going to do it from me. That's the end of this video. Hope the tips helped you guys. I'm not a massive Palia sweat, so I only just started playing this game recently, and that's all. I thought it would just be helpful to upload this, so yeah, I hope it helps. This is probably going to be my last video on this game. I think I've got out most of it, what I, you know, get out of it, and yeah, so that'll be me. If you guys like this video, as always, like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm moving back to Adelaide, so I'm not sure when the next video will be, but stay tuned for that. As always, I will catch you guys when I see you next, and yeah, goodbye.
Time's money.